Hey, what's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe, and welcome to Wake Up Legendary. We're going to jump right into this conversation today because we've got a guest that I'm so honored and thrilled to have here with us today. So proud of this guy and aspire to be like him also in my life. Hopefully staying strong and energized and excited about life and excited about growing. As time goes on, people tend to lose their zeal for life, not this guy. So with that being said, would everybody please in the comments help me welcome to our digital stage here on Wake Up Legendary, a friend that I haven't met yet, but I'm so excited to connect with. Don, are you there? And can you hear me, my friend?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, I'm live.
We're live. We're live, my friend. So, Don, welcome to Wake Up Legendary, and of course, welcome to Legendary Marketer. I haven't had a chance to personally tell you that, but I've been following your journey, and I'm so inspired by it, and I believe that many others are inspired by it, and today are going to be even further inspired by it. But tell us a little bit about how you came online, how you found Legendary in the first place.
Yeah, that was back in April, the latter part of April. Yeah, I saw this guy on. It must have been on Facebook, but I can't remember. Big Mac or something like that. And he moved from Oregon to Florida. And so I said, oh, that's interesting. So I just kind of clicked around and a few bucks. I'll try this. And I tried a lot of different things in internet marketing. I actually surprised myself when I got into Legendary, because I found out when I was trying to set up a YouTube channel that I had recorded something in YouTube 10 years ago. When I was in an MLM, they said, just do this. It didn't work out, obviously. So I've kind of been enamored with this whole thing, and so I got on and got into the 7-day channel, saying, what's this about? What's this about? It really got more interesting day by day. And I still didn't have any confidence in it until I got on with Ricardo. Yeah. And he said, yeah, you can do this. It might take you a little more time, but you can do it. So yeah, that's basically how I got in. I've tried a lot of these things in my life, but none of them really worked out. But I knew deep down it works. So I gotta try this.
Yeah, well, it is working, and I think a lot of people don't realize that it's working because they're not, getting rich overnight, which is what we all want, but is never reality. But results coming, results happening, and results can be making commissions and sales. Of course, results can also be building an audience. It can be building a list. It takes time to be able to build these assets. So you got into TikTok, a little while back at the big, I guess how many months now have you been marketing and uploading videos on TikTok?
Yeah, well, I got to thank Matt for that, because he told me to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I did back in late April. I decided, okay, I'll do it for 5 days. Mm-hmm. That was kind of a 5-day challenge, and I just so I did 5 crazy videos for 5 days, and I had like 10 followers. I said, interesting. Then I fooled around with it for a couple of weeks, and still kind of, what is this? Doing strange things. And then I got a haircut. And I was so excited to get a haircut after I hadn't had a haircut in 5 minutes. The barbershop opened. So I went back and I said, Matt said to get on camera and be excited. So I was so excited to have a haircut. I got on camera and I just said, "Hey, I got a haircut." Yeah. So all of a sudden the thing blew up. I got 10 or 20,000 followers. I go, wow, this is really something else.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to pull up your profile here so folks can see, so they can connect with you and see what you've been up to. You're up to 82,000 followers. Your videos have been liked over 1 million times. How does that feel to hear that? I mean, I know you can't deposit likes into the bank, and that's that's unfortunate, right? But it's never before in my time here on Earth. I've been here for 37 years. You've been here for 81 years. Never before have regular people been able to get their videos viewed. If your videos have been liked over 1 million times, that must mean that they've been viewed millions upon millions of times. So how did that make you feel to know that your marketing, the content that you're creating is actually being viewed and liked millions of times?
I don't know how to put it. It's mind-boggling to me. If somebody would have told me 6 months ago that this would happen, I'd basically, I've had a problem with my voice all my life.
Yes, and I want to hear about that. I think that's really inspiring. Let's get Don's link up on the screen so people can go and visit his site. But I want to come back and I want to be face to face here, and I want to hear about this because this is a big deal, and I think it's inspiring for me, and I think it'll be inspiring for other people to hear this kind of story and why this also is meaningful for you. So go ahead, Don.
Yeah, so that was just something I just didn't understand, but I think I understood later. If you tell a story about something, I don't care how bad you think you got something, you're going to get some followers. There's millions of people on TikTok, and it just blew my mind. And I'd been through counselors and people and everybody telling me I knew that I had a voice that people couldn't hear very well. And I just figured, live with it. And I lived with it for 81 years. And I remembered something what one of the therapists would say, or counselors, they would say, there's nothing wrong with your voice. Just speak louder. And so when I got on TikTok, I said, I'm going to use this to improve my voice. And I'm going to do it. And after a month or so, I found out, my goodness, my voice is getting louder. This is unbelievable. What they told me I should have listened to when I was 25 years old. And I don't want anybody to go through life this way. It's just, and so this is just a rebirth of Don at 81 years. It's just amazing. And it's particularly hitting home with there's a lot of young people on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it just vibrated with them.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Well, I think there's such a beautiful thing that happens when you're vulnerable. And that's what social media gives us an opportunity to do. And the difference between the people who really are admired and the people who are just blending in with the crowd, those that are admired are those that 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 develop the bravery, that develop the courage to, metaphorically speaking, get naked in front of a camera. Doesn't mean that I mean, some people are certainly doing that on the internet as well. But metaphorically speaking, get naked with our story and with our vulnerabilities. And you did that with this low voice story. And it doesn't matter if people can't relate to the same exact thing. It's that gives them inspiration and courage to think about also loving the parts of ourselves that maybe we haven't loved our whole life, and also building up the courage to do something about it, to just try something different. And how does it feel now for me when I watch your content and now talking to you? It does feel like you have gotten your voice back. And it seems like you just used the word rebirth, like that's given you a new outlook on life. It seems like it just describe to us more of what this is done and doing for your self-esteem to sort of push through these challenges and maybe insecurities, if you will, that you've had your whole life, and do them in simultaneously be working on your business while you're doing it.
Yeah, it's really, I'm shooting in the dark, and just it just amazes me that I can finally help some people, so they don't have to go through what I did for 81 years. And, I had a few times when I got out of my shell and got in front of a microphone, but it never lasted more than a few hours or a few weeks, and then I went back to my same old self. Just picture me amongst a couple of people, and I'm talking, and people are going like this, and I would say, now that doesn't affect me anymore. Because I know I have a voice, and I really thought that I didn't have a loud voice, even though people told me that. It didn't sink in.
Yeah.
So this is my journey. It's working. Wow, just absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And, you're working more on also messaging. I feel like you're doing a couple of things at one time. On one hand, you're sort of developing, rebirthing this self-esteem that is so important to our success in anything, as you know, right? Feeling good about oneself is important and is a big contributing factor to us being successful with anything. The more confident we are about what we're doing, the more confident about who we are, the more comfortable we feel in our own skin, the more we're going to be able to focus on the task at hand, and the less we're going to be right up here. There's a saying that I've heard that says, when you're in your head, you're dead. And it's like, so many times we can get in our head, and it's like, it's a bad neighborhood up there. I try not to go up there alone, but you're building your self-esteem. You're also building your business. And one of the things that we've been working on with you is to try to help you to create content that's not only viral, but also attracts people that are interested in what you're promoting and selling, and targeting more in your audience. And that's an evolution. It's not something that happens overnight. I really respect and honor the fact that you are so coachable at your age. what is driving you? And what advice would you have to other folks who may think, hey, I can't learn something from somebody else because I'm older than them, they're elder. I've already been successful in other parts of my life, and sometimes ego plays into listening and being coachable. That doesn't seem to be the case with you. What would you say? What do you think is allowing you to be coachable, and what would you say to people who are having a hard time being coachable?
It's strange, but the thing that motivates me is when just a newfound, I got a bunch of followers. I can't fail them. I can't fail my followers, and I'm going to do this one way or another. So tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah, and I couldn't have probably done it without. I think that probably 10% of the people in life are self-motivated, and then I think 90% of the people, like me, we're not self-motivated. We need somebody to push us. We need somebody on our side. That's probably why I didn't do this a long time ago. I found thousands of followers on TikTok that are rooting me on.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people need. And where else can you get it but something like Legendary? It's just, you guys are absolutely amazing. You yourself, you're getting on every morning during the week. It's unheard of in this day and age. What an inspiration, really.
Well, thank you. And, I mean, I wouldn't rather be doing anything else with my time. You said something that I think was really important, and you talked about accountability from both being accountable to your followers and your audience and your list. You also talked about being accountable to us in this community, and me and Matt, and, just Legendary itself. I think what most people look to do is to be accountable to like a coach or somebody who's mentoring them. But what I found is the thing that is more of a success driver is the first piece that you said, which is being accountable to your customers or your potential customers or your audience. That's when we can shift our focus from needing to be accountable or motivated by somebody who's pushing us to do something, a coach or something like that, and we can now become accountable to our customers or our potential customers. It's sort of like a baseball player, right? If you would think in terms of sports, being accountable to his coach only versus the fans, right? There's a big difference there. The fans are the ones who pay the bills. The fans are the ones who, have kids sitting in the stands. They're the ones who are looking up to you. The coach is just there to kind of basically make you better. And if you're not better, he's going to take you off the field. I mean, I think there's just a lot. I don't know if you meant to do this or not, but I really think that you just touched on something that is extremely important. And I'd just like to validate you, and I'd like to give you a lot of credit because you did the work to generate the followers, to get your foundational audience up, and you feel accountable to them. You want to deliver for them. And that's really admirable. It's noble. It's and it's really the most powerful form of motivation I believe that a person and an entrepreneur can develop. So I just hope that everybody who is listening heard you say that and really can absorb that. And even Don, I know you have, let me check again, 82 82,400 followers, 1.1 million likes. I hope that you guys hear what Don just said, even if you only have 10 followers, even if you only have 5 people on your email list. I hope that you can realize that we all start with one. And if you can feel accountable to them, if you can feel, that's one of the things that keeps me showing up, Don. It's not because, it's not because I'm showing up for you, because you came through training, because you have entrusted me to deliver you value and to help you along your journey. That's what keeps me showing up. You're what keeps me showing up, and all these other people that tune in and buy products from us. So, that is the motivational factor that keeps me coming back. And I just hope that everybody hears that, and we can shift our attention to, instead of looking for who can help us, which is important, I'm not downplaying that, but we can shift our attention to who can we help and how can I be accountable to them. Because I'm telling you, in my experience, that is one hell of a stronger motivation. And I think that's where we're seeing you continue to show up, and your light is your fire is clearly lit, and your light is clearly shining bright. What's coming up for you as I'm saying this stuff?
Yeah, you're just validating what I've been through. Yeah, it's probably because of you that we have similar things. I couldn't believe it. That you've shared yourself, that how you've learned how valuable it is to please your customers or your followers, or it's very motivational, very, very motivational. The more motivational than I've ever experienced in my life.
I really put a lot of importance on delivering for people, and I think it's the most important. I think it's all that matters. I think all of the other, I've never really gotten caught up in technical stuff, or I'm not an expert funnel builder. I still don't know how to navigate the majority of these funnel builders. I have all the same technical support questions that everybody else do. I'm not an expert in all that. What I put an importance on is showing up and making people feel supported, and in sharing my authentic story, and trying to pass along tools that can help us develop our psychology, mainly just in simple terms, like acting ourselves into a new way of thinking, not sitting around thinking ourselves into being a superstar. That doesn't happen. You are you're proof of that. So I only share that just because, just to tie back into what we're talking about here with showing up and being motivated by our clients. The number one highest paid skill set in the world is leadership. It's not marketing, and it's not sales, and it's not coding or anything like that. It's leadership. And a lot of times people think that we're in marketing, or we're in sales or whatever, but we're really not. The business that we're really in is leadership. And developing leadership skills, and being able to connect with an audience, figuring out how can I connect with a lot of people, one to many, using technology, using live streams, using TikTok, stuff like that. And how can I develop myself so I feel good enough about myself to highlight my followers, and to highlight the people, and to be there for them instead of always making it about me. Is a leadership quality. And I think that shift from going from somebody please help me, I'm a victim, I need help, and the reason why I haven't succeeded in the past is because I haven't gotten enough support, to shifting that focus and going, who can I help? Who can I help? How can I be there for people every day? How can I show them a face, even if it's just me showing up on a 15-second video, letting them know I'm still in the game, I'm still here. That's leadership. And I think that's what the majority, if I was to say, what's the number one thing that's caused people to have frustration around their online business or whatever, it's that they just stop showing up and developing those leadership skills. And I just want to commend you at 81, which many people in the comments are going, that's a spring chicken. At 81, to be developing your leadership skills, Don. I mean, it's incredible, man. It's incredible. I hope you feel that, and I hope you can take that in, these positive affirmations that I'm giving to you, because I just mean every single word of it. And I'm so absolutely thrilled that you're a part of our community here. And I just am so excited to continue to support you in your journey.
Thank you. I have to tell you, one thing that might connect with people is, so I'm getting on live sessions. So on a live session, when I first got on live, one of my followers said, "You are inspiring." And I almost cried. I'm 81 years old, and nobody has ever told me that I'm inspiring. It just blew my mind. That just cemented the deal. I'm going to go for this one way or another. I'm going to be coachable and work through this. Just amazing.
Well, I hope you take that in, brother, because you are inspiring. And I see comments after comments here with people saying that you're inspiring. And if I'm sure many people are enamored and they're just watching and not commenting, but if you guys would, as you're listening, to continue to fill Don up with the self-esteem that he deserves, and also to give him the words of affirmation that he deserves, leave a comment so he can come back and read them later. And I see them just piling in, and I hope that each one of you guys will leave Don a comment. And Don, I hope you'll go back, and I hope that you'll read all these. I know you got tons of comments on other platforms, but I hope you'll come back and you'll read these comments too from our folks here in the community, and how much we appreciate you being an inspiration for us. Because I think, a lot of us just, it's like, what is the meaning of life? Is it to, get to a certain point where we just, do nothing, or stop growing, or sit in a chair? And I don't, but you're showing us, as are many other people who, as they age like a fine wine, you know what I mean? Like the older you get, the better you get. And I look at you and I think, here's a guy who's showing up at 81 as his best self, And that's a big deal for a lot of us to see. And so again, thank you so much. I'm going to let you get back to your day, and creating content or relaxing, whatever you're doing, my friend. And I just hope that you'll come back and continue to keep us updated and allow us to continue to support you. Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
All right, Don. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Bye. Bye-bye.
All right. See you. All right, my friends, here, look, I'm going to go and bring up Don's channel one more time. Go give this guy a follow, man, and just connect with this guy. Would you please? I mean, this guy is somebody that you want in your corner. You want to be talking to this guy. You want to be learning from this guy. You want to be figuring out how he has made a decision to, obviously there's obstacles we all face. I'm too young, I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that. Clearly he's overcoming those obstacles. It's sort of the obstacles that we all face, which is what I just, everybody gets older, everybody's young, everybody's old. Like, we all can relate to that. But also the low voice story of living his entire life, having a voice that he felt like, basically feeling like he had no voice. Like that's a powerful story. Imagine that. And to make a decision that he is not only going to work and continue to strive for success, right? For business success, but also he's going to turn his struggles into his strengths. He's going to turn his mess into a message. My friends, please allow this man to be inspiration for you and give him a follow, okay? Like I just did right there, and connect with him. These are the type of people that you want inside of your network. And this is one of the things that's so valuable about the legendary community, is that you get introduced to people like this that can become a part of your new network, and your net worth is dependent upon your network. I also believe that your self-worth is dependent upon your network. So when you're surrounding yourself with people like Don, let me tell you something. If you got 5 Dons in your corner, you got the average, you got 5 Dons, you're going to be the average of the 5 people that you hang around most. I would think that the majority of us can only pray and hope to have 5 Dons in our life so we can be the average of him. Have a great day, my friends. Stay inspired, be legendary. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.